Hi, everyone. Got another great question. How do you deal with negative personalities and keep them from affecting your team, especially when they're a high performer? Fabulous question. So I've got 4 tips for you to deal with. I think something that as business owners, practitioners, entrepreneurs, managers, this impacts all of us. And you can actually even apply the same thing if you are a parent. You can apply the same actually tools to actually your family actually as well. So my name is Dr. Karen. If we haven't met, I'm a leadership relationship expert, co-founder of a global company. It's a leadership coaching company called DK Leadership. And we work with both businesses and families in terms of teaching leadership, emotional intelligence to really help drive businesses, relationships, and also your well-being. So here we go. 4 practical things. From a business perspective, one of the most critical things you want to really look at is really be careful on who you're hiring. When we work with teams and we work with companies all across Canada and the US, and even into Europe, one of the most critical things we try to get them to focus in on is making sure you've got the right people culture fit. So you want to make sure that they have the right IQ, the right technical skills, but also the right EQ, because exactly to this point, if they don't have strong EQ, emotional intelligence, they can be very negative. It can be very draining. It can really weigh down the team. And the reason this is so critical is because it's super contagious. So if somebody's really negative, it's like this weight that kind of the rest of the team actually feels. And so it is really important that you are hiring with IQ and EQ. It's very important. When I speak at conferences, this is what I focus in on. This is my niche. This is our specialty. And so you might be thinking, well, what exactly is emotional intelligence? Get our scorecard right down below. EQ. It's free. Somebody from my team will actually send it to you. And you will have a scorecard. So if you are a manager, business owner, practitioner, and you are hiring, and even if you're a parent, you need to understand. It's really important that you understand what exactly is emotional intelligence, because you actually want to start developing it yourself and also your children. But certainly, if you are hiring, you want to make sure that you're hiring somebody with actually high emotional intelligence. So that's the first thing: is really be careful on who you are hiring. Okay, that is kind of like first thing. Number 2 is we need to model it. Okay, so we need to model it. And so if we want to be a great leader, great entrepreneur, great business owner, great parent, great spouse, we need to model what this looks like. So if we are negative, or if we're kind of complaining, people actually kind of feel it, especially if we're a business owner and entrepreneur. So we want to model in terms of being an optimist and a realist. An optimist isn't somebody who just kind of, sees everything like it's perfect. No, they have an optimism, they have a hopeful attitude, and they can also be a realist in terms of what the facts are. It's not either or, it's actually both. So you really want to make sure that you are modeling this and emphasize as a manager, business owner, as a parent, why it's actually so important, really working on your own emotional energy. And again, you'll see it on the scorecard. Emotional energy management, emotion management is actually part of emotional intelligence. You'll see it when you get the scorecard. Okay, so that's number 2. So you want to hire carefully, want to model it, and really talk about the importance of our emotional energy within a team, and really want everybody to be optimistic as well as a realist as they're kind of navigating certain things. Number 3, there's some people, quite honestly, that they just haven't learned it. They haven't learned it. And, I was speaking at a conference recently, and somebody was saying, well, what happens? What do you do when you've got this high performer and they do an amazing job, whether or not they're in sales or driving all this revenue, but they're like really hard to work with? And here's my kind of I've been doing this for over 25 years. Here's what I have found. There's some people that they just have never been taught. They don't know these tools. They didn't learn it in their undergrad, their MBA. They've got all those technical skills. They just haven't learned it. Okay. So they kind of show up and they've got the technical skills. They get promoted, but they haven't learned it. But they may actually want to learn it, but they just haven't had an opportunity to. You've got another group of people that they haven't learned the skills and they're not really interested to learn it. And what you want to do is really assess who do I have really in front of me? And, we do fantastic work. I'm very, very proud of the work that we do with organizations and senior leaders and middle managements and families on teaching people the tools. I say to people all the time as an executive coach that I'm not a magician. I can't change you, but I can show you, if you want to change this part, I can show you how you can do it. And so when I've got a person, even if they're a negative Nelly, if they're kind of like, a bit negative, and they're kind of weighing down the team, I will be very honest with people saying, if you want to learn this, I can show you how to do it. And it's been amazing. I can tell you so many stories of me working with different C-suites, senior leaders, entrepreneurs, that they're like, I just love this. I didn't know what I didn't know. And so don't give up on people, I guess is my whole thing. Don't give up on them yet. I can think of a case where I was working with a senior leader and she was about to be promoted. They wanted to promote her, but there was a real negative energy about her. And before they decided to let her go, they just thought, we're going to try executive coach and just see if that actually will change. Well, she was very open to it. And we did great work together. And they were so pleased that she ended up getting promoted, massively promoted, actually. And I remember her saying to me this one time, she goes, Karen, I just didn't know what I didn't know. I didn't know all these different tools that you were teaching me until you really kind of like laid it out for me. And so don't give up on people. There are some people that are negative, that are those high performers, that they just haven't been taught. So give them an opportunity for coaching, give them an opportunity for training. We have all kinds of amazing different courses and training offerings for businesses and families to teach these tools. So you may have one of those people that they really, you want to give them an opportunity to learn. And the last one is have that crucial conversation. Be willing to lean into have that crucial conversation. Let them know, have you had that assertive, respectful conversation, holding them accountable? Some of our courses and modules that we teach how to lean in and having those crucial conversations, because being a great leader, a great manager, a great business owner, a great parent, we need to have the courage to lean in, say, you're doing great on ABC. I really am concerned about D and E. What can we do to really solve this problem? Lean in. Do they know how their negative energy is impacting the team? Do they know how their body language or their comments are actually impacting other people? Are they aware of it? So, as a leader, manager, entrepreneur, really lean in and ask yourself, is this now the time that I need to have that honest, loving, truthful, crucial conversation? Because great leaders, we lean into this. We see potential in people. So mine, Kurt, that's the fourth one. Be willing and courageous to have a crucial conversation about what action and behavior you need them to do differently, and then to be able to actually follow up on it. So 4 tips, everybody. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. And if you have a topic that you would like us to cover, make sure you let us know down below. And like I said, if you want to get our scorecard, just write EQ down below and somebody from my team will send it to you.